Welcome, dear listeners, to another episode of CrimePrint. My name is Thomas, and today I will be your guide through yet another unsolved mystery. Today, we're going to look at the mysterious and baffling case of Amy Bradley. Amy was a young woman who vanished from a cruise ship, and she left behind a lot of unanswered questions. In March of 1989, Amy Bradley, a 23-year-old woman from Virginia, embarked on a Caribbean cruise with her family. The water, warm sun, and carefree atmosphere promised a great vacation. But little did they know their lives were about to change forever. In the morning. Over the years, sightings of Amy surfaced. A woman matching her description working at a brothel in Curacao was one report. Another time she was spotted on a beach in Barbados. 2 Canadian tourists reported seeing a woman resembling Amy on the beach in Curacao in August of 1998. The woman's tattoos were reportedly identical to Bradley's. Bradley's tattoos included a Tasmanian devil spinning a basketball located on her shoulder, a sun placed on her lower back, a Chinese symbol located on her right ankle, and a gecko lizard on her navel. But each lead seemed to fizzle out. Questions remain. Was it really her? Or were these just all false hopes? Then another chilling revelation happened. This was